Seeking English, S.A.T. Workbook, page 447, problem 1, no calculator. This is a formulation problem, so there's nothing to calculate anyway. For some number of students, this is a real problem. But if you're one of those students, don't worry. Don't worry. Once you've seen this a few times, it should become comparatively obvious to you. For most students, the value of this problem is making sure that it is completely obvious to you before you go on to other problems, and certainly before you go on to the test. If you're confronted with a structurally similar problem on the test, hopefully you'll spot it in a matter of seconds and move on with a bunch of extra time and extra energy in your pocket. It says, well, there's a formula, y equals x squared minus 8x plus 15, and it says the equation above represents a parabola. You're not going to have to graph this one. In the xy plane, which of the following equivalent forms of the equation displays the x-intercepts of the parabola as constants or coefficients? So my first thing would be, they've already told you that these are each equivalent expressions. So this is not going to be one of them. Looking at it is only going to confuse you. Okay, that's just one more expression for the same thing, and it's not going to help you at all. Comparing these to each other is what you want. The idea here is your y needs to be a 0. And so you are looking things which, if you combine them as x with the formula, are going to produce a 0. And it's going to be the same in each case because these are equivalent expressions. They each are useful for showing you a different aspect, a different mathematical aspect of the parabola. They're asking here, though, what shows you the intercepts. And this is what intercept formulas look like down here. This is your answer here. This is how it looks. So there's a factor and another factor. What these are 2 points where if you put in an x, you can quickly get a 0 out. So if you put in 3 for x here and 3 for x here, it doesn't matter what you get over here. You're going to get a 0 here, and y is going to turn into 0. Likewise, if you put in a 5 over here and a 5 over here, it doesn't matter what you get over here. Your 5 here produces a 0, and that zeroes this out, and y becomes a 0. So your intercept points are 3 and 5, and if you put those numbers in here, you should get a 0 out, either from a 3 or from a 5, because they're equivalent expressions. The way the question asks is, displays the x-intercepts of the parabola as constants or coefficients. That doesn't mean that the intercepts are -3 and -5. It means that you can see a 3 and you can see a 5 as combining with the x in order to produce a 0. That's all that it means. There is also an explanation in the book, which is pretty good, and you can check that. I hope that this has given you some additional help.